Hi guys, Sam from Hot Mess Homeschool Mom here. And first I just want to say welcome to my channel. Thank you for checking out my video. This is my first one, so I'm super excited and really glad you're here. And I would love if you could like, subscribe to my channel. That would be awesome. I'm going to have a lot more videos upcoming in the next few days. A lot of cool stuff I want to talk about. But first, I kind of just want to give a little intro as to why I'm doing this, why this video is up here, and why and how I came up with the idea of Hot Mess Homeschool Mom. So basically, when I was a noob, as my kids would call it, homeschool mom, I spent a lot of time on YouTube. I'm sure you guys all remember, or maybe you're new to it yourself, and that's why you're looking at this video. But you remember those first couple of days, weeks, months, where you are just like, what am I doing? I don't even know where to start. I don't know what to, I don't know where to go from here. There's no manual for homeschooling, which is the beauty of it, and why a lot of us do it, because there's no one right way to homeschool. And you can fit it to your family, you can fit it to your lifestyle, you can fit it to your schedule, your kids' interests. I mean, there's just so much, and the reason kind of how we all ended up here is the freedom and the flexibility. Some of you watching this, like I said, are new, and however you got here, whether you decided from the beginning, from the time your kids were small, that this was your path and you wanted to homeschool, or whether you kind of ended up here like I did. This was never in my 5-10 year plan. I thought I would be sending my kids on the big yellow school bus and being a PTA mom and all that fun stuff. And, due to circumstances, which I'm sure at some point I'll get into, but due to circumstances, beyond my control, I was put on this path, and I am so thankful I was and so grateful I was. But I was terrified when I first started, and I'm sure a lot of you can identify with that. So, like I said, where I started, like any self-respecting millennial, zennial, whatever we are now, is YouTube, because there's some really good stuff on YouTube, and there are some really, really knowledgeable people that have come way before me, and they share their advice, their knowledge, things they've picked up along the way. And I watched a lot of videos, and they run the gamut of everything. As you may or may not know, there's different schools of thought as to homeschooling. There's classical, there's unschooling, there's stuff in between, there's secular, there's religious. So each of these channels I watched had their own flavor, and I picked up a really lot of good stuff from them. But one thing I kept coming back to was that they don't feel like me. I didn't identify with any one. I picked up bits and pieces here and there and tried them out in my own homeschool with my own kids, but there wasn't anything that kind of felt like me, and in a whole, and I guess that's gonna happen. But I'm going on now 2 years of homeschooling, and the moms I've talked to, whether in playgroups or co-ops or whatever, I realized there's kind of a lot of moms like me, and what I'd like to call a hot mess mom. And that's kind of where I fall. I am, well, a hot mess, and I have been from day one, and that's kind of my flavor. But I'm learning there are a lot of other moms out there, and when you go to these YouTube channels, they're very polished and they're professional, and they have it all together. And as awesome as the advice was that I picked up from there, and as knowledgeable as they were, it kind of left me feeling a little lacking, I guess you could say. Like, I am that Pinterest mom where every Pinterest ends up into a Pinterest fail, and that's just me. So I would try these really cool projects and these really cool, curriculums, and do everything how it was explained to do, and I would find that it wasn't working, and it would leave me kind of feeling, I guess, inadequate. And over time, I've come to realize that no, it's not just me. We're all kind of winging it, and some of us make it look better than others. These moms are pretty awesome at what they do. But what I'm pretty awesome at is making mistakes and learning from them and kind of making them humorous. And, I bring that flavor to my kids. And, we picked up something this year called growth mindset. And I realized that, without even meaning to, my entire life is kind of built around growth mindset, where, mistakes kind of bring you to the next level and they make you better. And, I've tried to impart some of that to my kids. Especially my daughter, because, I'm going to call her Lovey. She has some perfectionist tendencies, and everything has to be perfect. And if it's not perfect, Chicken Little of the world is going to fall down. And I don't really think that might be a healthy way to do things. Not that I'm, perfectly healthy in everything I do, but, that's one thing that has been a strength with me, is kind of throwing stuff at the wall, seeing if it sticks, and then if it doesn't, just kind of moving along. So I wanted to create this channel and an accompanying blog, one for tips and tricks and stuff I picked up along the way, things that have worked for me, things that have not worked for me, things that didn't work for me initially, but, with a little bit of experience or maturity with my kids, I try again, and all of a sudden it works. But I really kind of just wanted a channel and videos where you can come and realize that none of us really all have it together. We're all kind of just figuring out our way, and it's okay, and our kids are benefiting from that. And I kind of wanted to give other moms, the hot mess moms, the moms with the potty mouths, although I'm trying to keep that off my channel, but just the, kind of, I guess, go with the flow, hot mess mom out there that don't have it all together and kind of feel like they're failing a little bit. I just want to give you a place where you realize, it's cool, it's good, and if nothing else, I might make you feel better about what you're doing in your own homeschool. Another thing I wanted to do, which I didn't necessarily find it lacking, but I wanted more. And, when I was researching curriculum, it was always about how either amazing it was or how not amazing it was. And there wasn't a whole lot of, I guess, open book. I wanted to be able to see the pages. I wanted to be able to see what I would be buying. Unfortunately for me, as amazing as my state is with homeschooling, which one of the best, because they really just kind of let you do what you want to do. They want nothing to do with you once you leave the public school system. But there's also no resources. The state provides no money, which fine, cool with that. But they also, there's no place to go to like touch and feel and look through curriculum to see if it's going to be a good fit for you or your kids. As much as I wish there was, I hear in other states they have like these homeschool stores, which how cool is that? If you have one of those, I'm super jealous, and I might want to come visit you because that's awesome. But even like the teacher stores around here, it's geared to public schools, and there's none of the awesome curriculum that is available to us, available to look at and touch and feel and kind of just determine whether it's going to work for you. So after many video searches, I decided that I'm going to do videos on curriculum the way I want to see them, which is flipping the pages and letting you see and telling you not necessarily my opinion on whether they're good or bad, but you know, what worked for us, what didn't, and who knows, what didn't work for me might be a perfect fit for your family. But I'm gonna withhold judgment. I will let you know if it's my favorite. I do have some curriculum providers that I have absolutely come to fall in love with since starting, and it was a lot of trial and error. It was a lot of, we call it the shelf that shall not be named in my house, and I try to hide it from my husband because there is oodles and oodles and oodles of money that was spent on curriculum that just was not a good fit for us. I will review that as well. I will let you, I'll flip through it and let you determine for yourself if it's a good fit for your family and for your kids. So basically, whatever I have available to me and have purchased over the last year, I will do a video on, because if it didn't work for me, maybe it'll work for you, and at least somebody will be getting some good use out of the money I've spent. So that's pretty much it. I say a lot. Gotta work on that. I am very excited to do this. I'm finally coming out of that newbie phase of just being, like deer in the headlights, and I'm kind of coming into my own and embracing, my identity as a homeschool mom. I think funnily enough, I'm at the point in my homeschooling where when I do my hair and makeup, my kids don't know what day it is because I only get ready on co-op days or days we're leaving the house. So my son comes up to me as I'm, getting camera ready and says to me, "Mom, is it Monday?" Nope, hon, sorry. It's not Monday. It's not co-op day. It is just a normal day. So we're at the point in homeschooling where mom getting ready is kind of a thing. It's a thing in our house. And if you're a homeschool mom, you can probably relate. So that being said, future videos will probably not be this. It'll probably be my hair up in a messy bun and pajamas because that's how we roll. And, so that's pretty much it. Little bit of quick background on me. Yes, I am a hot mess, but I do kind of tend towards the classical model. A lot of the curriculum I have is one of my favorite publishers, Classical Academic Press. I'm a huge fan of them. Yes, it is religious. I tend to be a little bit more secular in my, my leanings as far as what I'm teaching my kids. It does tend a little more towards the religious side of it, but we pick and choose. If I don't necessarily agree with it or want to go down that route with my kids, I kind of skip it. So you'll see a lot of Classical Academic Press on here. I do love the classical model. I've come to follow it after trying out many different kinds. I mean, we've tried unschooling, we've tried it all. But yeah, so that's where you will find a lot of the curriculum I use. But there will be some cool projects too. I am not a crafty mom at all. Not at all. I try, but like I said, I'm a Pinterest fail mom. If you're looking for crafts and projects, I will try to find what's cool on the internet and post it, but it will not be mine. You will not see projects necessarily that I have designed because it's just not a strength of mine. But there will be tips, tricks, organization. I have become extremely organized, more so than ever before. So I'll try to share some of those organizational tips that I, as a hot mess mom, have helped me along the way. So again, thanks for listening to my ramble. There's a lot there, but I look forward to talking with you more. I will be putting up some curriculum reviews in the next couple of days. And again, please subscribe. Thank you for checking me out. Like the video, and please support Hot Mess Homeschool Mom on Facebook, Insta, you name it. It is all on my blog at www.hotmesshomeschoolmom.com. See you later.